Hello, it's a beautiful day in Tennessee, and I'm happy to be here to be able to walk you through a couple of different examples of multimodality, just in case it's something that you need a little bit of help with. So I'm going to use a lot of my own work as examples of what some possibilities are. This is my website. It's www.maryleosin.com, and I'm going to show you my blog, actually. So I'm going to click on this writer link. And I'm going to scroll down to blog Dragonfly Vision, and it's actually going to take me out of this website and into one. I'll move this up a little bit so you can see it. It's dragonflyvision.wordpress.com. So the previous site we were on is something that I pay for, which certainly you do not have to do because there are free options. In fact, right now we are on wordpress.com, and this is a free option for building websites or building blogs. So this is what I use for my blog. You can see I have a couple of different entries. They let you use, you can have a heading with images and then text. Scrolling down to the next entry, this is back from 2018, an image that I actually purchased this and the rights to use it from a stock photo company. So keep in mind that sometimes you'll need to do that. But see, like here, this is an advertisement that I can't control what is going to be on there. You won't be able to control what's on there because it is a free service that they offer. Now there is an opportunity to upgrade. So let's say you start a project with us here at MTSU and you want to move it into another space, whether it's after you graduate or after you're done with our class, and maybe it's actually something that you are very interested in working on. You can pay to upgrade and have control over your site. You can get rid of advertisements like this. Okay, so just kind of know that that's a possibility. Yeah, so this can get a little bit distracting and you never know what's going to show up here. So just be aware. And I don't mind, I understand if you want to do things for free, that's completely fine for our class. In fact, I would encourage that. This is another example. This is a website that I did for my doctoral studies. The website is, and I'll lift this up so you can see, it's storyaspedagogy.com. And I'm going to show you a bunch of different areas on here where my colleagues and I have incorporated various kinds of multimodal elements, okay? So we actually came up with this phrase ourselves and this logo we had designed, so we paid for that to happen. But like I said, you can do a lot of this kind of stuff for free as long as you're using WordPress or Wix or any other. I'll just have to Google free website hosting services. So here we have text and images, we have hyperlinks, and there's a lot of information on here. So for example, that's my friend Finn, there's me, that's my friend Jeffrey, and we were able to include our research, the actual survey questions we were asking, and if we scroll down, you'll see different graphs and data points. I'm going to scroll back up to show you a lot of these different links. So we were able to include many other things aside from just images and text. So this is a very dynamic website with lots of moving pieces, parts. So here, for example, if we scroll down to Finn's digital story, there's a link here that will take you to their actual video where they're talking and they're including images and sound.
I grew up with stories.
I heard the stories of my grandparents, my parents.
So that's just an example of one way that you can include video within the context of a website. And if you keep scrolling down, you'll be able to access Jeffrey's digital story, my digital story. That's me and my daughter when she was a little baby. She's 29 next week, so that was a long time ago. Let's see. And I apologize if you can hear my dog snoring in the background. She is extra snory today. So I'm going to click on our podcast, Teaching with Story, and you're going to find that this will take us to, oh, actually, I have to do this. Click down here. It'll take us to another page, which we do actually pay for as far as hosting. And we have 4 different episodes so far about using storytelling to teach in the classroom. So far we've been able to see a website with images and text. We've been able to see data. We have videos with sound and moving images and sound effects. And we also have a whole podcast with numerous episodes. Now, I'm not suggesting that you try to take all of this on. What I'm doing is showing you some possibilities for different elements that you could try for your multimodal project. Okay, so this is my personal part of our collective project. We all worked on many of these parts together, and then we have individual links with our smaller projects. So this one's about me rethinking the creative writing workshop. And I criticize it a lot in here. Creative writing is something else that I teach. So you'll see lots of texts. You'll see links to other authors' work, different organizations and training potential. And then you get to my positionality art. We all have positionality art that we include, which is basically artwork that shows how we move in the world and the ways that we think about ourselves, how we identify with certain communities, different things that we've been through or things that we love and we care about. More of the same. I've included a bunch of infographics on my site to kind of illustrate some of the more complex ideas and to show different connections among various moving parts. And that's, if you can hear that in the background, that's the wind. I have that door open and it's blowing around the blinds. Okay, so this is one thing that I wanted to share with you. This is a summary of all of the data and the research that went into my aspect of the project. And so this is one way to make it multimodal. I don't know if we can fit this whole thing on here, but so it turns it into a kind of magazine. And I actually used Canva to create this magazine, and then I exported it to a program called Hazine. And so you can even hear that sound effect as the pages are turning, which is kind of cool. And then I've also embedded various videos that go over different aspects of my project.
This series of videos is designed to help you think about co-creating a dynamic, brave learning space for your students. In order to understand.
So you'll see there are a number of those in here as well. And then at the end, I have professional development opportunities for faculty members or teachers, and I have hyperlinked in these sources, as well as Works Cited. So feel free to explore any of these resources that I'm sharing with you. And again, the point is not to stress that you need to do all of these things at all. You certainly do not. This was our doctoral work, so certainly there was a lot more that went into it. But these are just, if you need to brainstorm, if you need ideas, if you want to do videos, or you want to do a podcast, or you want to do a website, or you want to do a blog, or a Canva presentation, or some infographic or series of infographics, please be sure to be thinking creatively. I'm interested in seeing how you think about yourself and these ideas, and then using technology or creativity to communicate these ideas to the rest of the world.